What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon White. In the last episode, we defeated Iris, the leader of the Opelucid City Gym, earning ourselves the Legend Badge, the final 8th badge here in the Unova region. Excuse me, sir. Stop walking in my way. We're going to be proceeding forward today, but only for a brief moment, because as soon as we head through this gate, we are going to be stopped by this lady. Hi, trainer, do you have a minute? I just heard of this on the cross transceiver. There's a big storm on Route 7, and this storm seems to be different from a natural phenomenon. So strange. Route 7, you say? Well, it sounds like we need to head on over that way. Okay, so I am here on Route 7, and as we continue to make our way through the route, you'll notice that this rainstorm looks incredibly severe, and I'll actually have to show how the rain works, like, as soon as it activates, but what you want to do is you want to make your way through Route 7 up to this point where this lady is, and we'll talk to her in a second, but you want to make to the point to where this lady is to actually activate this. You can't find the Pokemon that you're looking for just yet, so once you get here on Route 7, we're going to want to talk to her, and she's going to take us inside, and this is where things are going to get more complicated. Now, child, don't you go heading into the tall grass. That Pokemon might be too much for you. We'll catch cold standing around talking in this wind and rain. It's not much, but come stay at my home a spell. So we're going to want to head on inside, and then she's going to give us the lowdown on this entire situation. Oh, yeah, aren't you the lady that the husband hates? I don't know. Even a youngin' like yourself will catch cold if you get soaked by that cold rain. Sit right down and have some soup, why don't you? Sure, that's nice. A youngin' like you shouldn't be shy. Well, thanks, lady. In the Unova region, you see, there is a Pokemon called Thundurus that creates thunderstorms and flies around the region and sets loose wild winds and crashing lightning. Have some soup now, dear. It'll warm you up. A soup jam-packed with healthy vegetables. It's delicious. Heavy rain is ruining the crops I've worked so hard to raise. What a troublesome Pokemon. Thought I would try to catch it, but it flies around so fast that even when I thought I'd found it, it just flew away. In one day, it can make a lap around the entire Unova region. In the mornings, it's in the south, and in the evenings, it's in the north. It shows up here in the evenings. And we are actually in the evening right now, which is absolutely perfect for this entire scenario. Now, as she said before, Thundurus jumps around a little bit, so we head outside, and suddenly, the weather's all cleared up. What the heck? But hold on a second. Sup, Thundurus? Crack! And now we get to see the weather effect in full. So you notice that it starts with a flash, and then we get the rain. Ooh, what a storm. Apparently it's that Pokemon's doing. But then Thundurus is going to take off, and we need to catch the thing, but he has to actually be in the right area, and because he is not in the right area, this is not the place to actually get him. So here's how this is going to work. Okay? Instead of trying to find and track down Thundurus here on Route 7, where I'm instead going to be going is Route 9. He's going to basically be route hopping over and over and over again until... Wait, no, not that. Route hopping over and over and over again every single time you go through a door, essentially. So you can try to hang out on Route 7 and try to catch him here, but he is likely going to stay in this upper area. So what I would highly recommend is going to Opelucid City, going and taking a Pokemon there, and what we're going to be doing... Unfortunately, though, I don't really have a Pokemon that is exactly set for this job, is I'm going to be basically going back and forth between the gate over here until we see that there is weather in this particular area. Now, it's good to pay attention because this information board is actually going to tell you. So it says a very unusual thunderstorm, Route 6. Now, the way that roaming Pokemon move between routes means that there is absolutely no way that that Pokemon is going to be there after the fact. So it says Route 6 again, but what happens is as soon as I go outside, it moves again. I go back in, it moves again. I go back out, it moves again, so on and so forth. And you're basically trying to influence this Pokemon until it eventually lands on the route that you want it to be in. So I'm just going to be doing this basically over and over until the flash begins and the storm starts to rage. And once it is in this area, that is my chance to pounce on a Thundurus. You can see it's back on Route 8, so it's getting close. It's only one route away now. If we can continue to influence its patterns by doing this over and over again, eventually it will make its way over here. So I'm just going to keep doing this, and in time, we will get the effect. And if it's not here, I will cut until it happens. Okay, new plan. Just go to Route 6, and then it'll actually still be there, which works out even better for me because this is the perfect place for me to use my strategy. So the way this works is very simple. What you want to do is you want to grab yourself a Pokemon. This is why I have Marty in my bag at the moment, is because you want to grab a Pokemon that is a higher level than all of the Pokemon in the grass normally, but lower level than Thundurus, who is going to be level 40. Marty is currently level 29, which I do believe puts him like a level or two above all of the Pokemon we could find on this route, which means that if I use a Max Repel, he can't run into any Pokemon here except for Thundurus. So we take this Max Repel, head into the grass. We're going to run around until it eventually pops up. So let's just do this over and over. Thundurus has a pretty reasonable catch rate, and once you get this special loading animation, you know that it's battle time. So, let me talk about what I hate about this Pokemon. And it's the fact that it's a roaming Pokemon first and foremost, but second of all, it has a pretty rough catch rate. I could just sit here and try to throw quick balls at this thing all day, hoping that I catch it on the first turn, because if I don't catch it on the first turn, it's going to run. What you want to have is either a Pokemon with Arena Trap that prevents it from leaving, tough shit because there's no Pokemon with Arena Trap in Generation 5, or a Pokemon with Mean Look. And can you guess how many Pokemon in Generation 5 have Mean Look? Not very many, and most of them are actually slower than Thundurus, which really complicates the situation. Do you want to know what the best application of the Master Ball is that we were just given by Professor Juniper in the last episode? That's right. It's for catching the roaming Pokemon. So I'm just going to use it. I'm not going to sit here and play the game of throwing quick balls at this thing over and over and over again. We're just going to catch Thundurus in the Master Ball, and we are going to move on from there. That's it. I have no regrets about that. I know a lot of people would say, oh, but you could save it for... There's a stronger Pokemon. There's Pokemon with lower catch rates and blah, blah, blah. Yes, I know. I know that is the case, but there is nothing more frustrating in all of Pokemon than trying to catch down roaming Pokemon. Now, the good news is that's the only one. That is the only one in this entire game. You get that out of the way, you're set, which makes me glad because there is only one Master Ball to throw at these suckers. But in other Pokemon games, they are so infuriating, and you kind of have to build a team around straight up just trying to track those suckers down, which is not fun. So obviously, Tornadus is the Pokemon Black equivalent, and you need to get both of those if you want to encounter Landorus over at the Abundant Shrine, which is something that we already went over a while back. But did want to kind of point all of that out and show how that's done before we moved on any further. So now let me put everyone back in the PC, and I will see you all back over in Route 10's gate in just a moment. And we are back. All right, now we may actually proceed through here, but I do want to point one thing out. Bathory is still in the box, and she is not going to be coming with me through Route 10 or Victory Road. She is plenty over-leveled for what's coming in the future. I am probably going to take a break here relatively soon and do a little bit of power leveling. Don't you worry. But for the time being, I am satisfied with that. We have Watchdog with us because we need Strength and Rock Smash if we're going to explore the entirety of these future areas. So, on to Route 10 we go. We have items to grab. I believe 2 of those are funguses or whatever, and then one of those is an item. I'm not exactly sure which is which, but... Hold on, let me just make sure I've got all my Pokemon with me, exactly where I want them. Okay. Oh, shoot. Did I take the lucky egg off of Bathory? Let me make sure of that. Crap, that could be an issue if I didn't. No, I did. Okay, that's good at least. I'm going to put that on Arthur. And then, no, I need a Max Repel as well. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I'm so scatterbrained all the frickin' time. It's in the same gosh dang menu. All the way down we go. Let's use that. We should have more than enough Max Repels to get... Oh, wait, still lingers. Okay, I guess that makes sense. We should have more than enough Max Repels to get through this area. 16 should cut it. Getting through Victory Road is actually pretty straightforward. Knowing what goes where is really the most difficult part. There's really only one secret area that requires you to actually know where you're going. But aside from that, it's pretty dang simple. So now we're going to be running into a lot more powerful Pokemon in this area, which should be also in turn netting us a lot more experience, which is good. That hurts a lot, but that is okay. So we're going to be basically power leveling everybody to hopefully catch up to Bathory by the time we are through this Victory Road and Route 10 and whatnot. So just bear with me. But we got a lot of battles ahead, a lot of items to grab, all that good stuff. And I cannot believe Arthur is still faster even after the scary face. My goodness. So yeah, let's do this thing. All right, next up is Mienfoo. I think I'll just switch just for the sake of it. It's probably a good idea at this stage, honestly. Don't really need Arthur taking any unnecessary hits with what his health is at already. Use an air slash here. I know we spent a decent chunk of the episode searching for Thunderous already, but we should be able to get through most of, if not all of, Route 10 today, and then Victory Road in the next episode. Victory Road is probably going to take like 2 episodes to get through because it's rather large, all things considered. Okay, I don't... Ooh, actually, I do want that, though. Speaking of power leveling, all right, okay, so this looks to be a fight that I am definitely going to be running away from. I think one of these is actually a full-on Amoonguss and not a Foongus, but I could be wrong about that. Maybe not. We're just going to run away from this one, though. I can't remember which one is the actual item. This one right here. So I'm pretty sure the other one over to the left is, in fact, something I don't want to battle. Okay, that is definitely... Oh, it's above the cliff, not in the wall itself. So let's head up and see if we can't grab this thing. There we go, a max potion. Not bad. I will definitely take those. I bought a lot of hyper potions between episodes as well, so those are definitely going to come in handy. So next up is this Ace Trainer. And this route's got a little bit going on, a little bit of interest, some interesting things worth mentioning. We got, Fracture to start things off. And hey, I happen to have Dragon Tail on my Pokemon for this. You know what? I'm going to use a Coil here, and that'll actually increase the accuracy of Dragon Tail, which is really nice. So this should be able to land with no issue. Plus with the increased attack and defense is good. Oh, and Dragon Dance. That could be a little bit of an issue, but our defense should hopefully offset whatever this Fracture throws, even if we might be slower on the next turn. Oh, or it could just use Dragon Dance again. All right. Well, that makes my life a little bit easier. Let's land this thing. And if it doesn't take it out, it will at least force switch it. Indeed it did. Okay, that works. I am okay with that. Ooh, Electric. All right, interesting. Let's go with a Leaf Blade here, because that should be doing a lot more damage. Yeah, with the boosted attack. That's pretty darn good. Good job, Arthur. Level 46. And then next is, okay, back to Fracture. I'll just Dragon Tail you again, I suppose. All your Dragon Dances were wasted. So, sorry about that, but not going to do you any good. I like how you're still faster, though. What the crap, man? Actually, I think Dragon Tail might be a lower priority move, but I'm not 100% on that. But anyways, down it goes. And last but not least is Excelgor. Okay, maybe actually I should not have stayed with Arthur for this, but this thing will probably hurt with whatever it hits me with, but I'm going to try an Aerial Ace. Me first. Okay, you're going to waste your time on that. All right. Oh, yes, you're going to use Aerial Ace. That's actually really smart, but luckily mine is going to hurt a lot more with my boosted attack power. Come on. Yes, one shot. Yeah, unfortunately, Excelgor is a special attacker, not a physical attacker, which is why that didn't really do anything at all. So, yeah, perfect. We'll take that. Let's heal Arthur really quickly with some of my... Actually, I could probably just use a Lemonade here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Easy, easy choice. Tops him right the heck off. All right, let's continue up. And it looks like we got something stopping us there, but we got another trainer here, so let's battle them. Another lady veteran. Oh, gosh, they're so freaking cool looking, too. I love her design. What a badass. All right, we're going to start with a Maractus. So I'll just use Coil Aerial Ace to get the ball rolling here. Maybe we can get through another sweep. Then if we can get Arthur up to snuff, then everybody else should be able to follow suit pretty quickly. Then get the Lucky Egg. Oh, we got a Toxic in play. All right, that might complicate things a little bit. Might have to do a switch here. So let's try to take this thing out fast. Might take 2 turns still. Hopefully it doesn't, but we'll see. Now it just barely survived. I thought I knocked it out, but I couldn't tell until I saw that it got the Pedal Dance off. Son of a gun. All right, so let's get rid of you. I might have to just use a full restore here before I go any further. So now goes Maractus. That should put Arthur at level 47. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely switch. I'm not going to rely on the Coil to carry me through the rest of this. Ooh, that poison's going to be bad, too. Cryogonal. Okay, yeah, we're definitely switching here. Let's go to Crush for the... What? Yeah, Crush. I was going to say, if any of my other lower-level Pokemon, but Crush is my only other physical attacker, so it just makes all the sense in the world. So, let's try for a Rock Slide. Flash Cannon. Interesting choice. Won't do too much damage, but it'll do a fair bit. Kind of a very neutral attack in that exact scenario, except for without the same type of attack bonus. So down goes that. And then we got Alomomola. Okay, for you, I'm going to switch to Shelob for sure. Not even going to bother going back to Arthur in the state he's in, even though it's going to restart the whole Toxic, the series of damage on Toxic. It's just better to use something like Thunderbolt in this scenario. Just outright. Might not one-shot Alomomola. No, it did. Okay, we're good. Beautiful. There we are. Thank you, Veteran Carla, for the fight. Now, really quickly, let me use a full restore. Could use a hyper potion or full heal, but I'll be buying lots of full restores once we actually get on towards the Elite Four. But for the time being, I'm just going to be a little bit... I'm not really going to be super strict on what I'm actually using. Bell's effect wears off. And there it is. Charon is going to stop us. Levi. Bianca's here, too. Training Professor Juniper told me you're heading for the Pokemon League, right? Yes. Since it's Alder, since it's the champion, I think it will be all right. Worst case scenario, you'll be battling Team Plaza's boss, N. I need to know if you can handle it. And so Charon is going to test us, and Bianca's going to be watching this time. All right, this is it. Possibly the final battle between us and our friends. Charon's actually got 4 Pokemon this time. Suddenly, this is at a much higher stakes than even any of the gym battles. He's going to start out with an Unpheasant at level 43, which has already got me a little concerned because that is probably not the Pokemon I want against this thing. No, let's switch over to Crush. And he can Rock Slide this thing. All right, Unpheasant, what are you going to be throwing out first? Probably a flying move of some kind. Detect? Okay, never mind. That was probably not a smart idea. Well, now it's going to use Taunt, which I am gladly going to abide by. I can't use my Shell Smash, unfortunately, but Rock Slide should take care of this thing, no problem. Almost was able to one-shot it, but not quite. He's not... Is he going to heal? He's going to use Detect. Okay. I think it's funny that Charon just never uses healing items whatsoever. I'll use Crunch again. Air Slash will do an okay amount, but not too much. It could cause flinching, but it didn't, so we got lucky. And down you go. All right, there is the first one. That should push Crush to close to level 40. I mean, if he had gotten all the experience, it would have. Next up is Simisage. Okay, I think for you, we will switch on over to Lumiette. And I will be just using a good old Flame Burst on you. No way you're surviving this thing. It's going to hurt more than enough. And I love how we've got Simisage on Charon, Simisear on Bianca, but I'm just absolutely not using my Water Monkey. Like, at all. It's just kind of funny to me. All right, Lumiette gets level 44. And next up is Liepard. All right, let's do another switch. Let's go on over to Shelob and let her actually shine with her Bug-type move. Not her best Bug-type move, but don't you worry. She is going to be getting a much stronger one here in the near-ish future. One way better than Signal Beam. Like, this gets the job done for now, but she can do better. She can definitely do better. Still one shot, though, so I'll take it. Level 44 for her. And last but certainly not least is Embor. Once again, we are going to be switching. And instead of going with Crush this time, I think I'm going to go with Naz for that fighting type diff. So let's just hit this thing with a Psychic and see how much this does. It'll be certainly a lot, and I'm sure Naz has got the speed to beat this thing. So hopefully it's enough to one-shot, but I don't know. Embor's got those defenses. Yep, barely managed to make it. There's a Flamethrower. That'll hurt, but it shouldn't be too bad. Ooh. I don't know. That's pretty strong. That was a lot more than I was expecting. He's got a Leftovers on him, too. It's a really dang good hold item that I wish I had access to, but I do not. And Naz is going to get all the experience for that one. Boom. Beautiful. There we are. We have defeated Charon. Thank you. You are really great. Oh, Charon. Yep, you're something else, and I mean that sincerely. Right. Now I have to make your Pokemon healthy. Right now, there's no way I can compete with you, Levi. If there's anything I can do to help in the battle with N, just say so. Levi, there's not much I can do to help you, but I want you to have these. And Bianca gives us a myriad of max revive. She gives us 3, which is just awesome. Super nice item. Still, it's kind of funny. Everyone's so different. Funny at a time like this? Come on, Charon. Could you just smile for once? Taking everything so seriously all the time isn't going to change anything. You know, since we've met our Pokemon and walked the same roads together, a lot has happened. We've all changed a lot. We found out that the things we want to do and the things we can do are different for each of us, right? That's what's made our journey so worth it. Somehow, all this just makes me happy. So that's what you mean. You're all right that we are all different. We should do different things. Or do the things that we can do. There are as many truths and ideals as there are people and Pokemon. The most important thing is that we help one another out. That's why people and Pokemon are always by each other's side. That's what I've come to think lately. Levi, if anything happens to you or Alder, I will do everything I can to help you. That's why I have to keep training and getting stronger. Just don't be reckless, okay? He's gone. Levi, me too. I'll do my best to help if I can. So, wish I could say something like totally inspiring, you know? Okay, best foot forward. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon White. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.